Just checking that we're live. Say hi if you're here. Let's see. Make sure we're on. Yes, okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing as well as possible with everything going on, that you are healthy. Today, we are here for Life Interrupted. Today is our 4th episode. This is a show that helps parents navigate the unique times we're going through. And my name is Rory Geller Mohammed. I am a therapist, a parent coach, and the founder of the organization You Power Change. So we're going to have 3 different segments. We're going to be talking about support for parents, support for how parents can help kids, and providing a racial equity, diversity, and inclusion resource at the end. So to get started, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out while we're going through. Oh, and I didn't record. Okay, sorry, we'll do it after. Let me just take off the screen share so you can see me. Awesome. So today we're going to be talking about support for parents. Something that's been brought up that's been challenging, right? One thing that reduces stress we know is exercise, right? We also know these crazy schedules that we have, working from home or running in and out, right? Like, well, not running in and out, right? But if you're an essential worker, you're having probably extra hours right now and trying to balance everything with kids. So when we think about that, how do we fit in exercise into our schedule? Because we know it's something that is healthy for us. It helps us reduce stress. It helps us deal with all of the anxiety. It's something we know we need. So I wanted to just give a suggestion I think will be helpful if you've been somebody who's been struggling to kind of just find time for it. Like, it's important and it's something you want to do and it's important to you, but you just don't have the time, or maybe even like you can't even find the energy, right? You just feel exhausted. So something to try is just dedicating 5 minutes, right? Just say, I'm going to just do 5 minutes of exercise each day. And that's it, right? Just start with that. Something is better than nothing. So a lot of times we just need to kind of get started. One thing you could do is like that we've been doing in our house, put on YouTube, right? Do like 5-minute workout and see what comes up. And just say, I'm going to be doing it every day. If you miss a day, let it go, right? It's okay. We're under very extreme circumstances right now. Just say, okay, I'm going to start it again tomorrow, and tomorrow, fine. It's just 5 minutes, right? Whether it's in the morning, whether it's in the middle of the day, you don't need to change. Don't even have to change your clothes, right? Just push yourself to do the 5 minutes, right, of exercise. You could even be putting on music and dancing around the house for 5 minutes, right? Whatever it is, push yourself to just do the 5 minutes. And that's going to help you to just get your body moving, get that time, finding that time to make sure that you're keeping your body healthy. So that's support for parents. Next, I wanted to talk about support for kids. One thing that's been brought up is for kids that are having a harder time with the online school, right? With maybe the type of, if they're a visual learner, for example, right? They have visual, or if they're a tactile or whatever it is, the learning style of this version is not, they're struggling with it, right? It's not the best way for them to learn. So if your child, right, and this is also like middle school, high school, right? If your kid is crying, they're having a hard time, they're feeling overwhelmed, they don't understand the work, or they don't know how to get it done, or it's taking forever, whatever it is, one tip that I'm going to give you that I think will find helpful, have a conversation with them about the expectations of school before the COVID-19 and after COVID, right? And like right now going through it. So the importance of this is, right, like when we talk about expectations, what are the, right, before, like what were the expectations you had, your child knows, right? And what were the expectations they had for themselves around grades? Were there certain grades that they expected, right? Were they supposed to be getting A's and B's, or were they just trying to get B's, right? What were their goal? Like what for them felt good? What for you felt good? Or there might have even been a disconnect in that before, but talk about like, what were the expectations you had for them before? What were the expectations they had for themselves before the coronavirus, before they started staying home? And that can also include, right, like, what does it mean to be a good student? Before, like, what does being a good student look like, right? Part of that might have been participating in class. Like certain like social types of things, right? Where they getting to school on time, certain things like those expectations that are now different because we're doing a different kind of learning. So to have the conversation what it was before and to have a conversation about what that looks like now. And one of the things I want you to listen for is, have they changed those expectations, and have you had a conversation about how the expectations may be different right now than they were before? Right? There should be less emphasis on grades, right? We're not going through typical school. The expectation, we're under a crisis, right? The expectation for grades should not be the same. And many schools, I think, are even changing like grading policies, right? On what that looks like, and not holding students back, or whatever that is, right? And helping them decide, what should the expectation be? And what does it mean right now to be a good student? What does that, like, the idea, right? For some students, that's something that's very important, or that's something that's stuck in their head, and for you too, right? How are the expectations different right now than they were before? And letting yourself be okay with that, and letting your child be okay with that, and having the conversation instead about when you think about, like, what does it mean to learn, right? How should you be learning and growing right now? And a lot of the things may not be the typical type of work that they're doing. And you have to kind of be okay, as much as that it's hard because we've always done something a certain way. And now we're trying to adjust to doing something in a different way. And so in a way, not getting by, but kind of getting by with some of the stuff, maybe not doing every single assignment, and that's okay, because we're learning in different ways. Maybe right now our attention is on our emotional and mental health, and growing in this way, maybe growing our resilience, growing in our adaptability to try new things and be open to a new type of learning. That might have to be what the expectation is right now. And if your concern, is like getting them getting left back, them failing, whatever that is, I think it's really important to have a conversation with the teacher to help reset those. Because you want to know, is the expectation coming from your child, coming from you, or coming from the teacher? If the expectation is coming from the teacher, I would imagine most teachers would be more lenient right now, and trying to have that conversation about, like, these are some of the ways we are approaching things. These are some of the conversations I'm having with my child. Modifying the work that doesn't fit their learning style, modifying the work that doesn't fit their emotional state right now, right? So that may be lessening the workload. That may mean that certain things are done on the weekend when you're off of work, that you can actually sit down with them for an hour or two and go over it, right? They may need you to work with them. So it's just really reshaping, like, those expectations, and that can help to decrease some of the crying because of the sadness, the frustration, the anxiety around it. So just having a conversation about the expectations is big. The next thing, the last thing, right, that I wanted to share with you is I want to share the article. Hang on one second, because I have it on one screen and not on the other. Is 8 inclusive shows for the whole family to watch, right? A lot of times we are watching more TV right now, and we are looking for what are things that we feel good about our kids watching. Let me just pull it up. I'm going to share the article with you guys so you can see it. Open. Let me share my screen. Okay, so you should be able to see this. Give me a moment. I don't know what this is. Sorry, there's like all these commercials, right? Advertisements that pop up right on these shows. on these articles. All right, so 8 inclusive shows for the whole family. And I'll post this link so you can see it. Oh, Nicole, I see your comment. Yes, the expectations being too high. So I'm just commenting from the part before. Yes, right. All about expectations. And so and I think sometimes we have to review the expectations too, right? If your child's expectations are too high for themselves, that's really important to just kind of remind them and repeat them, and that this is how it has to change. All right, so inclusive shows, 8 inclusive shows for the whole family to watch. So it says whole family. I don't know if I would say whole family for all the shows, depending on the age range of your kids. I can vouch for this one, Mira Royal Detective. So more commercials popping on, more advertisements. So that was that picture, but it goes into it. My kids like that one. There's another one on here, Molly Denali. My kids love that one. So that's for smaller. My kids are 2 and 4. There's another one, Netflix, Glitch Text. This one, Disney has another. Molly Denali's on PBS Kids. That's a really accessible one. Odd Squad also on PBS Kids. Never seen this one. Steven Universe. Casa Grandes. Haven't seen that one. The Casa Grandes. But there's a whole bunch on here. So I will post this link, and it's definitely something to check out. And sometimes having that time, right, as a family to watch a show together is a great opportunity to kind of have some common where you don't really have to like interact so much, right? But kind of just being together without having to like think about anything sometimes. So I encourage you to check out the shows that are on here. Let me know what you think. If you have others to recommend, post it in the group. So that is, let's close out of this. I'll stop share. Here we are. Okay, so that is what we have for today's episode. If there are any other thoughts you have, stuff you want to add, please come into and post in the Multiracial Parenting Network. Questions you have, concerns you have, other challenges that are coming up. I'm very happy to talk about different concerns and challenges and how to handle it. So let's definitely come in. Let's talk about that. I will be coming on again Wednesday night. So we're doing this 2 times a week. Wednesday evenings at 8 o'clock. Sorry, I have to think about that. And Sunday mornings at 9:30. Wishing everybody the best. Stay in touch, and let's continue having the conversations in the Facebook group. Talk to you all soon. Take care. Bye.